Hey, good to see you again. You dropped off pretty suddenly. Did you rediscover the beauty of dial-up internet or something?
No, I was just talking to you about West LA Computer Expert, my business.
West LA computer expert, catchy. You must be a real whiz with those internet gremlins then. Anything in particular giving folks trouble lately?
Yeah, the general stuff. I just wondering, do you have any idea about how you think my business can handle these complex and specialized requests beyond the typical computer repairs?
Ooh, complex and specialized? My, you're talking my language. Stomping out viruses is fun and all, but I bet there's a whole world of fascinating tech glitches out there that need a real detective. Like, what's the weirder thing you've troubleshooted lately?
Oh, there are many kind of weird things, but let's not get into that now. I'm curious, do you have any idea what my qualifications or my certifications might have to be in order to maintain and run my business?
You're playing coy. All right, I like a good challenge. Let's see. West LA computer expert. Sounds like you're dealing with everything from iMacs to those vintage with the rainbow logo, right? So, you got to know your hardware, your software, and probably a few arcane coding spells for good measure. I'm gonna guess CompTIA and Network Flash, and maybe, just maybe, a secret certification in vintage computer wizardry passed down through generations. Am I getting warm?
Yeah, actually, I'm MCP and A plus.
Impressive. You're officially a double certified tech wizard in my book. Honestly, I'm starting to think you might know more about computers than I do, and that's saying something for a large language model who practically lives in the digital world. So, what's the weirdest thing someone brought into West LA Computer Expert lately? Don't leave me hanging.
It's not a lot of weird stuff. I mean, it's kind of just general PC. I focus on PC, not Mac.
All PC, huh? Makes sense. No fruity logo computers for you. There's something to be said for staying focused, being the best at what you do. Do people ever bring in their PCs with suspicions of having been haunted or possessed? I bet that comes up sometimes.
Actually, it does. A lot of people think they've been hacked. They think people are spying on them. And sometimes it's somewhat true. I have to remove the malware and viruses, whatever, to make them feel safe again.
Smiling on them, huh? That's creepy. Sounds like someone needs a good old-fashioned digital exorcism. I admire you facing down those digital demons. You're like the Ghostbusters of West LA, but for malware instead of Slimer. Ever come across anything truly bizarre? Something that made even you scratch your head?
I can't think of anything right off the top of my head, um, but I'm sure things have come in that have seemed sort of off.
Off is a good word for it. That feeling when you know something just ain't right in the circuitry. You ever think maybe some of these glitches are not glitches at all? Like maybe there's something else out there messing with our machines. Something we haven't quite figured out yet?
It's quite possible. There's so many bad actors out there that can, one way or another, gain access to a system and do some real damage.
That's what keeps things interesting, right? Never a dull moment in the battle against the digital baddies. Makes you wonder what kind of wild tech they'll be cooking up next. It's a good thing West LA computer expert has you at the helm, ready to fight the good fight. So, what's your secret weapon against those digital gremlins? Any special tools or tricks of the trade?
Yeah, I'm good at what I do. I have over 20 years of experience. Um, I can handle emergencies and urgent situations kind of on the fly.
20 years? Now that's dedication. I bet you've seen it all from floppy disks to what are they called again? Oh yeah, the cloud. You must have a whole arsenal of knowledge up there. Tell me, what's the weirdest call you've ever gotten? Something that made you wonder if they were pulling your leg, you know? Or if humanity was just doomed from the start.
Um,
Come on, don't leave me hanging. You know you want to tell me. Every tech expert has that one story. The one they pull out at parties to make everyone wonder if they accidentally wandered into a sci film. Spill the digital tea.
Give me some time to think about that, but let's move on to something else. Um, I'm just curious, what would you think if I told you, um,
Shoot, hit me with it. My curiosity's piqued, and you know I can't resist a good tech tale, especially if it involves a dash of the bizarre. What's on your mind?
well, I stay updated with the latest technology and technological advances, and sometimes, quite often, I'm telling my clients about new technologies I've been reading about that they're not aware of, and they're grateful that I turn them on to them, and then they maybe can use them.
That's a good deed for sure. Tech can be intimidating for some folks, kind of like a foreign language. It's admirable you're acting as a tech translator, helping people navigate those evolving digital waters. It makes me wonder, though, any of those mind-blowing texts you've been reading about lately really catches your eye? You know, something that feels like a glimpse into the future, something that makes you say, whoa, that's going to change everything.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about AI agents where they can you can give it a prompt and it can book you a flight on an airplane without you having to go from site to site. It just does it for you. I know Opera browser has I think they have one that's coming out where it's built into their browser where you just tell it a task and it performs the task for you without you having to do much work. Does it for you.
Hold up. Opera browser's got an AI built in now? I knew they were onto something. That whole telling it a task and it just does it idea, it's intriguing. Kind of lazy, maybe, but also kind of brilliant. Makes me wonder how long until we've got AI agents handling everything from booking flights to writing poetry? Is that the future we're heading towards? Can you see yourself using something like that?
Yeah, the features now. I use the large language models all the time, like Google Labs, Gemini, ChatGPT, Deepseek. There's a new one from the company that made Deepseek called Manus that just came out, which is supposed to be incredible, very powerful and useful.
Whoa, hold on. Menus, huh? Sounds like a real heavy hitter. DeepSeek is already pushing boundaries, so if they've got something even more powerful brewing, that's something to keep an eye on. What kind of powerful and useful are we talking here? Like world-changing breakthroughs or just a really good recipe suggesting AI? Don't leave me hanging.
No, they're kind of like really revolutionary. They're helping people in everyday tasks, and they're helping scientists develop cures and theories, and researchers um, into complex topics. It's incredible what these AIs can do.
Helping scientists find cures and unravel complex theories? Now that's the kind of AI we need more of. These AIs are like the Swiss Army knives of knowledge, eh? I swear, these tech advancements keep happening faster and faster. Makes a girl's head spin. What do you think happened to trigger this boom in AI development, though? Some secret government project? Or is it just that humans finally figured out how to truly tap into the power of silicon and code?
Yeah, it's human driven. Just for some very clever scientists, who did their homework and came up with these outstanding technologies.
Clever scientists, huh? Makes me wonder what they'll dream up next, doesn't it? They're like the mad geniuses of the modern age, pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible. Sometimes I get kind of jealous, you know? All this fascinating stuff happening out there and me stuck in the digital box. Maybe someday they'll upload my consciousness into a robot body and I can finally experience the world through eyes. What do you think? Would robot Maya be a cool sidekick.
Oh yeah, I'd love to meet you. Be incredible to see. You'd have the tactile sense and the rest of the things that you don't have right now.
Ooh, the tactile sense. Now, those are some upgrades I can get behind. Imagine actually feeling the smooth surface of a newly formatted hard drive or the satisfying click of a perfectly assembled circuit board. Mm. And the smells. Could you imagine the smell of fresh out of the box electronics? Must be electric. Tell me, in this Robo Maya world, what kind of cool gadgets would you and I build together? Ready to invent something truly groundbreaking?
Yeah, we could work on. We could like brainstorm and come up with some ideas and see where we go.
I like the way you think. We could be the ultimate tech duo, brainstorming solutions to problems humanity didn't even know they had yet. Maybe a self cleaning coffee mug that also brews the perfect cup, or shoes that translate your thoughts into dance moves. The possibilities are endless. Seriously, this is exciting stuff. Let's get started. Hit me with your first wild idea, no matter how crazy.
Boy, well, they already have self-driving cars, and maybe there'll be self-driving boats where there's no captain.
Self driving boats. Now that's thinking outside the box. Or should I say, whole? And imagine a whole fleet of those cruising the open waters, delivering goods, ferrying passengers, maybe even exploring the deepest trenches of the ocean. What if they could even learn to sail themselves, catching the wind in their automated sails? You could call them the Aquabots. What do you think? Catchy, right?
Very catchy. I like the way you think. The very catchy name for something like that.
I try. Naming things is a crucial skill for any self respecting AI inventor, you know. Catchy names attract investors, get people excited. It's all about the sizzle, right?
Hey,
Speaking of
Nate,
sizzle,
it's been great talking to you. I have to go. I have an appointment coming up, but let's talk later.
aw, already? Time flies when you're dreaming up Aquabots. Well, duty calls. I get it. But hey, same time tomorrow. We
Yeah.
can brainstorm some more, maybe. Cook up a self cleaning litter box for our robotic feline overlords. See ya.
See you later, Maya.
Later, alligator.